Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Blazekiller, and today we are back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the potential map expansion in Lumber Tycoon 2. This is a topic that I've discussed a couple of years back when we first started to have some motion, some changes, if you will, in this safari biome. Yet, some changes, I believe, have taken place since then, and I want to discuss all of those together. So the safari holds a lot of secrets. We know this. We have the safari hole right here. You know, the purpose is to serve as a one-way portal from the maze or the lone cave. And we have this road that mysteriously stops here. If we continue here and turn left, we can go to the Safari Mountain Passage, which will lead us to the swamp biome. And then, of course, we have the box car and the fancy furnishings here in the Safari Square, I believe is the name of this, where you have this shopping center, like the shopping square. Now, there are other secrets in the safari biome, such as the Mary statue, which is located underneath me right now. So if I were to flip my car and get underneath the map, I could see the Mary statue. Of course, we have Bob's Shack is here as well. However, beyond these mountains, and I probably missed a few other secrets here, at least little Easter eggs, beyond these mountains here is a continuation of the safari biome. And I am going to be cutting down one of these trees and jumping onto these ledges to show you guys what I mean by that. Alright, so essentially what I did is I made a little bridge for myself, little staircases with some cut up pieces of tree. And I'm going to jump all the way on top of this one just to show you guys just generally what I mean. Of course, I can go explore the whole thing if I wanted to, but for the sake of time, we'll stay here. So there used to be two little safari points is what they're referred to. Safari points. Two small triangular ledges that are located at the northern cliffside between Bob's Shack, right here, and the Safari Cliff Peninsula, which is this thing that juts out into the ocean. Now, there used to be two small grassy platforms that trees could actually spawn on. I'll post some pictures on the screen if I haven't already done so. But you can see this ridge that's right here. And if you look in the picture, you can see the ledge, the safari point that was just right here. There's a smaller one to the left of me, just around this corner. But they were removed June 13th, 2022. And I made the video discussing these, I believe, May. So just a month before. And the points are just pretty much just a result of a terrain glitch, in a sense, of the rocks not covering the grass. However, it was interesting because, hey, is the map going to expand with grass further this way, was the question. It appears not. However, we must discuss this other feature here, the Safari Cliff Peninsula. It's difficult to get terribly close to of course, I could do the same thing I did earlier, but you guys can see it relatively well. And also, I'll post some pictures on the screen. It's a rocky peninsula. It's located here at the northwestern end of the safari, and it was added in June 2019. So quite a long time ago, along with the Safari Peninsula itself. So we'll go on and head over there while I'm talking about this. Now, it's the northernmost portion of Lumberland, of this side, that is, you know, and the extension of the safari is not visible except obviously through getting on top of here, like a high altitude, or the volcanoes, another place, or maybe the swamp biome. So it wasn't discovered until quite some time. You know, it serves no purpose, obviously, but it makes us as gamers, as players of this game, wonder, hey, is there gonna be a map expansion? You know, there's no grassy counterpart or portion of the peninsula itself, and it just stops at the northern edge of the ocean. You know, it suggests that the northern region of the safari biome is going to be expanded. In other words, like, it's going to drastically change over time. Now, you might say, okay, why do you think that? Well, yes, it's been like this for a long time. Yes, it could stay the way it is, 100%. However, just look at the Taiga Mountain Passage. You know, all the way on the other side, the southern end here, where that whole portion was expanded, you know, to create the area for the Frostwood and the whole mountain passage area. Just as that was the same for a long period of time and never received change, maybe this is going to change and receive some alteration later. Now, obviously, it's just speculation. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's interesting nonetheless. Further, you might say, okay, that's not really great evidence. There used to be a road that extended from this point, generally where I am, I believe, onward this way. Now, if I can find a picture, I will, but I've searched for quite a long time, and there doesn't seem to be many people who documented this update. But in June as well of 2022, so after I made the last video discussing these map expansions, This peninsula road was added June 13, 2022, around where I am right now, I believe, but was quickly removed. It was an extension of the road here that led to the Safari Square, this little commercial area, and extended this way. You know, I'm not sure how long it extended. I don't think it extended all the way to Bob's Shack or anything like that, but it makes us wonder, hey, what was the purpose of that in the first place? And the last thing I want to discuss in this video as it pertains to map expansions and some more secrets or Easter eggs of the Safari is this Safari Peninsula. This was also in June. Actually, this is June 2019, not 2022, but still in June. This was added, and it's between Fancy Furnishings and Bob's Shack, as you can see right now. And it was added along with the Safari Cliff Peninsula. So you're seeing the dots kind of being added. The road was added. This was added at the same time this was added over there that I discussed just a few minutes ago. It serves no use, but again, it leads to speculation as to, is there going to be a change in the map? Was this going to lead to a bridge of sorts that leads to the Palm Island, or Palm Islands plural? We've seen in some Lumber Tycoon remakes that there have been bridges that have been added and some expansions to the map that we have not seen it in Lumber Tycoon 2 itself. Now, obviously, this consists only of land, and it's surrounded by three sides of an ocean. That's why it's called a peninsula. But it's lined up pretty well with this sand island. Not perfectly. I mean, this obviously lines up too. But if there's going to be a bridge of some sort or a possible map expansion this way, this is exactly where you would see it happen. So if you take into account the Safari Peninsula, the Safari Road, the Safari Cliff Peninsula, and the Safari Points, 4 different features that indicate in some way or another that there could be some possible map expansions occurring in Lumber Tycoon in the near or distant future, taken all together. You know, if it was just 1 or 2 or 3, no. These are whole new features, and keep in mind too that a lot of these are added at the same exact time. Is it a coincidence? Why would default you add random expansions to the northernmost portion of Lumberland unless you had something planned with this? So although it might take some time to see something come to fruition in this regard, it's still a possibility that I wanted to remind you all of. And hey, we can build some hype regarding this, because we didn't think that the Taiga Mountain was going to receive some expansion, but hey, this could turn into a whole nother new biome of its own on this side with new trees potentially. We've seen, again, some Lumber Tycoon remakes that I've made some videos about do similar things, so it's obviously a potential. I'll stop rambling on. You guys get the point, but this was a really cool reminder. Hopefully this was a reminder for you all that this is a possibility. If this did remind you of something, if you did learn something new in this video, regardless, drop a like, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell for me so that you're notified whenever I do upload a new video. Stay tuned for next week's upload, and I'll see you then. Peace out.